Welcome to the G.T.O podcast, episode 12. And every week I get so much better. My name is Marc Anthony Davis, and with me today we have
Sam Walker.
And I like this song, Dire Dire Docs. It's a cover by one of my favorite musicians, CS Guitar. You can go to his channel, listen to all the great covers. He doesn't really do them anymore, but it's really enjoyable. I like going to sleep to this song. Anyways, there's controversy afoot, Sam.
How so?
There's a little game that just came out with our favorite pop star, our favorite depressed pop star named Morrissey. He's part of the Smiths. Ever heard of him? Never heard of him? Well, he makes catchy songs. He's got 3 or 4 good songs, but most of his music boils down to, it's kind of like depressing music. He's sad about his life all the time from what I'm hearing. Anyway, him and PETA partnered together to make a game called Meat is Murder. And guess what that game is about?
Meat being murder, and how anyone who eats meat is an animal killer, even though it's not true.
PETA is just such. Aren't they just doing the right thing? This is
No, they're doing the wrong things for the wrong reasons.
You know what? Animals shouldn't die because the food chain thing is a myth. That the devil made the food chain, Sam.
No, scientifically, the food chain needs to exist.
No, listen to me. Morrissey, big pop icon, and celebrities these days are gods in our society.
So dumb.
And you know what he said? This game is the biggest social crusade of all, as we safeguard the weak and helpless from violent human aggression. You don't get that from Pokemon Go. How you feel about that?
Okay, so this game is called This Beautiful Creature Must Die. That's a bad way to start off introducing, or it's called one of those two. That's not a good opening point. You could, name it anything.
The name doesn't matter. No one's gonna play this game, and you shouldn't. So
I'm not saying, but if you're gonna make a game, the name is like the first thing people see. Market it better.
No.
Make it more inviting.
No, they named it. They named it the right thing for what they're doing. I'm just saying I disagree with what they're doing.
It's a Tetris-like puzzle game.
I mean,
how?
These are the same people who made Pokemon Black and Blue.
Yep. You
played that game before?
No.
I watched videos on it. It's basically saying that animal cruelty, all that stuff, and what things we do to Pokemon.
Yeah.
Trapping them and stuff against their
Pokemon
will.
Black and Blue.
I'm just explaining it for the people, though.
Oh yeah.
And you know what's so ironic about that? Pokemon Black and White were the first games to actually touch upon that and talk about how Pokemon and humans interact and how they feel about each other. And they actually justified in that game. And now I don't know.
How do they justify it?
Well, they justified that Pokemon, they have an attachment from long, thousands of years in the past. Humans save Pokemon or something like that. One saved the other one. Now, ever since then, they've been in a partnership and an agreement. And most Pokemon are okay being, you could call them slaves, but they're really partners. They're okay with being that. And I mean, that's really the point in the game if anyone really played it.
Yeah.
And that the conflict comes when the guy named N, he sees he's basically being PETA in the game. He wants to set all the Pokemon free. But then he finds out that Pokemon should be able to make their own decision, all that good stuff. Anyway, doesn't this make you angry? I don't know.
That people could be so off the mark. Just entirely wrong.
I mean, I like to think everyone is entitled to their own opinion. And in this case, they are. They're expressing it, and I'm just saying, it's kind of like, at some point, your opinion can be wrong. Because you're born to eat whatever is there in front of you.
Pretty much.
You think other animals make judgment like, oh, I'm gonna give this rabbit a quick death. I'm just gonna bite in his jugular, bite in his spinal column right quick, so it just be over with. No, lions eat full antelopes. They bite them wherever they can to get it down. They eat it alive. They don't care. They're hungry. And why do we care what we do to animals? In terms of eating them in general.
Well, I've heard some people make the argument you wouldn't eat your dog.
Yeah, in what context are you talking about? If I was in nature, I would eat a dog.
I know, they never give context. They're just well, you wouldn't eat your dog. It's if I were starving to death and like the dog were already dead, I wouldn't eat my dog because I love my dogs.
Yeah,
my dogs are amazing.
I wouldn't eat my pet because my pet could help me. Like,
pet's my pet. It's
and
it's different than just eating an animal that I have absolutely no emotional connection to.
I wouldn't eat my my old guinea pig. I love that thing. Well, and I don't get like vegans in general. That's just say like, I know it's a good message to say animal cruelty is bad, but let's just eat meat, okay? Meat's good for you. You need that protein anyway.
Yeah.
Enough of this. We're going to move on to, Spotify implemented a gaming playlist. Do you listen to Spotify?
No, because YouTube.
Exactly. So they implemented a gaming music section, compiling all of their gaming soundtracks into one place. And most of the music was already there. I listen to Spotify time to time, and I like to see what gaming music they have there. And now they made it easy for you to find what you want. So searching it out, and they have it's not extensive, but they have a lot of good stuff there. They got Call of Duty, Black Ops 3, Modern Warfare 3, Modern Warfare 2 soundtrack. If you like orchestral stuff that's really dramatic, I'll listen to that. Far Cry 4. I don't know what that has to offer. You ever play Far Cry 4?
Yes.
What's the music like in that game?
Far Cry 4 is the one in Karat, right? The Tibetan.
It was the fourth one, yes.
Okay, yeah. Just back off. Anyway, that's the one. It was kind of, I don't want to say tribal because that's very off the mark, but it's it's music kind of based off the setting that it's in.
Was that in India? What is Karat?
Basically.
All right.
Well, Tibet.
Tibet.
It's a Tibet substitute because they don't want to actually have it in a real country.
Why?
That wouldn't be fair. Wouldn't be fun. People would be like, "Oh, you're just killing our citizens and overthrowing our government."
Well, we have no problem killing Russians by the millions.
Yeah, well.
All right, Mass Effect 2. I play Mass Effect 1. The music in that game never strikes me as interesting at all. Undertale. I like the soundtrack in Undertale.
Whoa, Mark likes
Stop.
Undertale.
We're not going back to this. We're done with it. We passed that phase in our lives. Halo, all the Halo games are on there. And Halo music got good orchestral music as well. And they got a lot of other stuff like Deus Ex and stuff and so on. Check it out if you're interested. But still, YouTube is way better at listening to gaming music, especially if you have YouTube Red.
Or just anything, really.
You just Google what you want, it's there. So it doesn't really... I see what it's doing. I see you, Spotify. You're coming up, but maybe one day they have enough stuff that maybe I'll listen to their stuff. It doesn't really have enough stuff for I want to listen to. They don't have any Nintendo stuff besides Zombie U.
You're a Nintendo fan.
You want to listen to Zombie U music, Sam?
No.
And I heard that. I'm not a Nintendo. I'm a Nintendo fan. I'm a video game fan, Sam.
Yeah, but all we talk about is Nintendo games.
They make the good games, I think, right now.
That's the exact definition of a Nintendo fanboy. If you think they're the only ones that make good games, or
I didn't. I'm saying right now.
The biggest
I'm saying right now. When all that good stuff like Mafia comes out, when that Batman game, the Batman collection comes out, when.
You mean the first episode that's already out?
It's already out. Oh, look and see, even they got good games out right now.
I haven't even played it.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's good. It's Batman. It can't be bad. Name one bad Batman game. You think about that.
The Batman movie tie-in games.
Sure. I mean, there's only one good movie tie-in game. It's The Adventures of Riddick or something.
Nah, Spider-Man 2.
Oh, I played that. I played that game. Was that on PlayStation 2?
Yeah.
Anyways. So anyway, you got YouTube Red. It's way better at listening to music. Or you just have download MP3s illegally. You can do that as well. It's not a viable option yet. But if you do search up, they do have some experimental music. Every now and again, I'll search up Earthbound or Mother in Spotify and have this a soundtrack of people rapping over Nintendo music. I think it's called Dwayne and something. Look it up if you're interested in rapping over video game music. It's pretty good. But do you listen to video game music in your off time?
No, because I have a life. I'm usually playing those video games.
I'm pretty sure you said two sentences that are contradictory to one another.
My life is either YouTube school or video games. Sadly,
YouTube school. You go to YouTube school?
YouTube, comma, school, comma, or video games.
So what music do you listen to then?
Sadly, a lot of Glee covers. I haven't quite gotten over that addiction.
There's a 4-letter word for this, but I'm not going to dismiss things. Because some people say I'm dismissing things. So I'm not going to dismiss you. I'm going to be tolerant. Alright? So you can listen to all your Glee covers. They're very manly, I heard. They up your testosterone levels.
I'm not saying that.
No.
It's not distinctly manly or feminine.
I'm saying this, that it is. There's been studies out. You can look for them
I think you're just trying
on Google
to
Scholars.
Overcompensate for your dickery.
I'm not dickery. Whatever.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, besides Glee covers, you just sitting rocking out to Glee covers all day?
Not all day. I just listen to whatever's on, man.
What do you mean? You have a radio on here?
No.
What do you listen to then?
Just stuff. Depends.
It's okay. You can open up here. It's just me and you, bro. It's just me and you. It's okay if you listen to Hannah Montana's old hits.
That's not it at all.
Selena Gomez?
Occasionally.
Alright. We're getting somewhere. How about, what's that girl name? Ariana Grande? Meghan Trainor.
No Meghan Trainor.
It's all about that bass.
Not at all.
How about Drake?
Nope.
Nah, he hasn't made a good song since 2013. I'm saying that here.
I listened to some air horn remixes.
What is that?
MLG air horn remixes.
Oh.
I'll link in.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I just forgot to laugh. I'm sorry.
Wow. Okay, you don't need to. Again, you don't need to be so rude.
I'm sorry. It's just my nature.
Yeah.
I like to bust balls, as they say.
Sure.
Anyways, move on from music. In a Montgomery County, man, easy for me to say. In Montgomery,
can't speak English.
I can't speak English. Can't speak German. Can't really speak anything, but I'm here having this podcast. A Montgomery County man admits to theft of video game collection worth $25,000. He stole over 500 games and some really old consoles. So he stole a bunch of rare games. So this is from a rare game store called Flying Hills. I googled it. I couldn't really get a website for what the store was. I don't know what that was, but anyways, then he sold them to a video game dealer, and that video game dealer sold those video games and those consoles, well, some of them, at a video game convention. And they noticed that a lot of the video games are gone, and all these rare video games are being sold over here. So, obvious paper trail, found that guy out.
1 + 1 = you're a thief.
Yes. So this guy, Randy B. Norris, 35, of North Wales, North Wales, pleaded guilty before President Judge Paul M. Yatrin to theft by unlawful taking, theft by deception, and receiving stolen property.
Theft by unlawful taking. Unlawful taking by unlawful taking.
It is redundant, yes, but
just a tad.
The dealer bought 242 games for $4,100 and sold many of them at the convention. Norris received 6 years probation and an $8,198.50 fine. I'm surprised that he only got probation. He stole a lot of stuff. Wouldn't you go to jail for that?
Do what you do. I mean, it's England, right? Or the UK. Yeah.
I don't know what that was. When I heard Montgomery, I don't even know what this is.
You said Wales, right?
Yeah, Wales or Wales.
So the UK.
Anyways. Oh yeah, so it's not here. Alright. So I guess it's okay to steal stuff. You just gotta pay a fine. What is probation then? I'm just being watched? What is that?
It's like house arrest. You have to check in with your probation officer. You can't do certain things.
Like what? I can't vote anymore?
You can't associate with certain people. Criminals. It depends on the terms of your probation.
This seems very light to say that he...
No, it's pretty restrictive. Can be pretty restrictive. Not as restrictive as prison, but...
Well, I wonder what happened to those games. Did it put them back out on the market? Or let the people...
They probably tried to recover as many as they could and give them back to the store.
What happens if you steal stolen goods? I mean, you buy stolen goods that you don't know are stolen.
Then the police either track you down and be like, yo, the stuff you bought was stolen. This is evidence. We need it. Or they don't find out, and your life goes on.
Yeah, they probably took it because allegedly half of that money went to the store and the other half went to the people who bought the games. Yeah. So yeah, they probably took the games back. That's lame. Imagine,
oh really?
I want my games. I don't want money.
Then buy them from the store.
Well, maybe there'll be a whatever. I don't care anymore. When you start asking questions, I'm like, oh, I don't have answers to these questions, so I'm gonna move on. They had an article out talking about, this is the title of the article. Video games level up to high art. And Chicago artist William Kyer is at the controls. So I think he made some like video game based art using, I guess, polygonal structures as a basis for what he's doing.
So it's pixel art in real life.
I guess that's what it looked like.
What's his name?
William Chyr. Well, what made me kind of angry is that they keep perpetuating that stereotype of that. If you read an article that said they bring in like the beer drinking video gamers into the wine and cheese eating artists in that sphere. I don't know, that made me angry. Like, why are we doing this? We know everyone plays games.
Gamers don't drink beer though.
And I don't drink beer.
It impairs their gaming ability. Why would they drink beer? It's all about that. You got to get every Mountain Dew at your local store.
That's not okay.
All 2-gallon jugs. Every Mountain Dew. You got to clear out the stores, all of them. Then you mix them all together in a blender. Pour some Doritos in there, any kind of Dorito you can find. Mix it all together into a little like paste, and just shoot it straight into the jugular vein.
See what I like to do? I like to take off my pants and like right in that that taint area.
No.
Gets you good. Right in that prostate area. That's what all that stuff is, right? Anyways.
That's disgusting.
How do you feel about being portrayed in such a bad light? Or you just not care because the gaming community is so wide now?
I don't really care. I know what we are. I know what I am.
I don't know.
Oh, sorry, I just woke up.
So in class, tie it into my real life.
Whoa.
Somebody asked, "What did I do this summer?" And I said, "I made a game. I started a podcast." I'm like, "What was it? What's it about? About video games?" And now they're gonna think I'm the beer drinking, pot smoking, Mountain Dew guzzling, fedora tipping, Dorito eating son of a gun who makes bad podcasts. I'm just one of those things. I'm just a guy who makes bad podcasts.
Wait, so who was in this class? Like, who asked you?
Mr. Gonzalez.
Baby Gons?
Yes, the younger of the two.
What'd you do this summer? I made a podcast.
Yeah.
How many people laughed?
No one laughed. It was very
respectful? Very
silent. And then he asked me, what was my expectations for this year? And I said a B. And then some people laughed.
Yeah.
But he looked angry because I said, you also want to learn, right? I'm like,
no.
Yeah, I guess.
Not.
And then he's like, so you want to reverse that order? And I said, if you want to do that, you can. And I felt bad because I made a bad first impression. I'm a video gamer that doesn't care about school. Look what I did. I'm a douchebag, Sam.
Yeah, you are. No offense,
but I'm a douchebag. Supposed to say, no, Mark, it's okay.
It's not okay. There's very much a problem with everything that we're doing right now.
Very much a problem with who I am.
Yeah.
And that reflects in
both of us.
My relationships, the amount of money I have, my success in life, my future. It all ties in, I'm seeing. Now that I could say all my experiences in life, it's all my fault.
Yeah, you see, if we were better students, both of us.
No, I'm a great student. I just don't make straight A's.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if we were better students, me mostly, this podcast would probably go a lot better.
What do you mean?
Well, because
it'd probably go a lot worse because you'd spend a lot of time doing work.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, we'd both be going to the same school still. We'd be able to communicate better. We'd be able to have more people on. We'd be able to things would be more together.
Why can't we have more people on right now?
But you're not talking to people.
Well, I mean, I wasn't gonna do that anyway.
I would be, but I can't talk to these people.
You can't text them?
I can't. I don't.
Can't text them? Can DM them or something?
I don't have most of their numbers. But what I'm saying is, like, I'd be taking like media arts, so that would help with the editing and animating and things like that.
What? Who?
I'm just saying, conceivably, this could be a lot better.
Why can't these people talk to me?
I don't know, because you don't talk to them. You don't set off an inviting vibe.
I'm not. I mean, I'm open. I mean, I know I'm tall, maybe an ugly, imposing figure.
Yep.
But you come up to me. You can come talk to me. I'm open to it.
Yeah, but you don't like.
I'm not gonna come and say, "Hey, how you doing? Do you want to be on a podcast?" No.
No, I mean, like, go. You know Henry.
Yeah, I know Henry. I said hi.
You know Henry. We can talk to Henry.
Yeah, I said hi to Henry.
You know, it'll come up eventually. The podcast could be like, so you like the podcast? He'll be like, yeah.
No, but I feel like a douchebag when I bring up the podcast.
Yeah, so do I, but I still do it because sometimes you just gotta do these things to get your message out. As long as you're not being an actual jerk about it.
Because I don't normally talk to a lot of people. I normally don't talk to Henry because I really don't have any classes with him or anything.
Yeah.
I'm not really that close to him. I never really met him outside the context of you being there.
That's what I'm saying. So, if I were a better student, I'd still be there.
Well, why can't we have some people that are more on my side come on then?
Then get your people on this side.
All right, maybe I will. Maybe I will. That's
the whole conversation has been about. You need to talk to more people because if it's just me, we're going to get only my people, and my people don't really overlap with you and your interests as much.
I'm sorry, I've been sniffing Epsom salts this morning, so. And so anyway, with this government class I've been taking, I've been
comparative.
No, it's just regular U.S. government. Advanced placement, of course, because
life.
What?
I'm kidding.
I have AP, of course, because I am a higher student. And I had an epiphany that I'm not really an informed citizen.
Yeah, no one is. That's why they vote.
No, he can still vote on things and be informed. That's the
point. Like that's what I'm saying. If you were informed, you'd probably be more hesitant
to vote at all
because you'd know the problems with the system.
What problems do I have with the system? Though? Tell me what they are, Mr. Vince.
The DNC is actually rigged, and the RNC probably is too.
How is it rigged, sir?
Hillary Clinton changed rules to win. I think it was Arizona. She changed rules to win Arizona delegates without letting. Or like the DNC.
But won't both sides on so Bernie Sanders wouldn't win? Weren't both sides in on that somehow? Like didn't they recover some emails or something?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The DNC is rigged because it's pushing down Bernie Sanders. It's denying a voice to people that don't really have a voice.
Sure, yeah, I get what you're saying. Well, how does that work? How does the nomination process work? I don't really know the ins and outs of politics besides the election day process and electoral college stuff like that. So how does the Democrats and Republicans nominate the president, their person that want to be president? I don't know how that works.
Well, they vote at caucuses. People vote in certain state caucuses.
What is a caucus?
You're taking a government class. And I know it's only been a week, but you're going to figure out about this.
I don't want to learn it. I want to be able to discuss what's going on.
I can't give it a clear thing. I don't study political science. I'm not a poli-science.
But it's not that you don't have to study political science to be an informed citizen. That's the point. What I'm trying to get at. Everyone's supposed to know this stuff, and I want to know how.
Then why don't you know it? You think everyone should know it? I don't think everyone should know it. I think people should just go along being their sheeple. It makes my life easier if everyone just presses a button and leaves.
It makes the people in power lives easier if you just pick the same people from the same place all over and over again.
Power. I mean, not me in particular.
How are you going to do that? You're going to go to law school all of a sudden?
Yeah, I've actually been thinking about going to law for a couple years.
To what school? Harvard? You going to Harvard?
No, I'm not going to Harvard.
How about that? How about Yale?
No. I don't know. Minnesota law. Loyola has a good law program.
Does Delgado have a law program?
Probably not a good one.
I think that's more of our league, Sam.
No.
What's the GPA you need to get to Loyola?
I have no idea because I honestly don't care enough.
I got my transcript today. Got my transcript yesterday. I got 2.99923. So I'm almost there. So close.
We're moving on up.
I thought it would be a lot worse actually. But anyways, do you keep up with political news?
A little.
So, where do you go?
What do you mean, where do I go?
Like, what's the best place to get this news? Because I want to know.
Okay, Politico.
Politico? What is that? Is it
It's
like
a website, also a newspaper. You could go to the New York Times, the Washington Post, the New York, not the New York Post. Literally any place that
Why not
has
the New
news.
York Post? Why the New York Post?
It's bad news.
Why is it bad news?
It's just got a bad reputation.
I just want you to explain this to me.
I can't explain everything. I'll explain what I can explain, but if I'm not explaining, don't push me for an explanation.
I feel like you're trying to hide information from me, like those dirty Republicans and those dirty Democrats.
Any place that you can get news has a political news section.
Polygon? IGN?
Probably. Okay, you're talking about strictly video game places. I'm talking about real news.
GameSpot.
A newspaper. Jesus Christ, Superstar is a great play.
So, I just want... Not only do I want the news, more importantly, I want somebody to put it in the context of history for me. Like,
okay.
So, like, right now, is there anyone comparable to Donald Trump in history? Like, throughout other election processes?
I suppose Andrew Jackson could.
What's up with Andrew Jackson?
He was pretty inflammatory. You know, with
how so?
Genocide.
He said that? Why did I never learn this in history class, Sam?
You did! We were sitting right next to him.
You talking about genocide of Indians?
Yes!
Oh, okay. Well, that's not as inflammatory. Is that really? That's kind of different. It's okay to kill people back then like that.
No, it is not. It's not okay to just kill an entire
I'm talking about back then.
People.
Wasn't it more acceptable to do things? I'm saying it's a different context though, because white people were more. It was more like it's okay to do things to people that are other races. It's not like that anymore.
You know what it was okay to do back then? Hang black people.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
So
it was a different
are you
time.
saying it's okay to hang you now?
No, that's the point.
That doesn't make it okay. Just because it was socially acceptable at one time does not mean it was okay at that time. Doesn't mean it was morally, religiously acceptable. I get exactly what you're saying. You're saying because it was socially acceptable then, it was okay then. It was excusable then.
No, okay.
It was not excusable then.
What are you talking about? They make an excuse that's excusable.
Mark, you clearly don't know things, do you?
No. I do know this. That's a different time. How you gonna? If they thought slavery was okay, how would clearing the land?
Clearly, a lot of people didn't think it was okay because not every white person owned a slave, and there were a fair number of white people in the abolitionist movement.
All right, I didn't say everyone. I said a lot of them, and a lot of them had to be okay.
That's what I'm saying. Clearly, not everybody thought it was okay, so you can't say, "Oh, it was okay back then." It was okay for some people, not everybody.
All right, but nothing's ubiquitously okay all the time.
Exactly. So stop saying things are okay.
I don't see what your point is. Because
You're making my point for
if nothing's 100% okay all the time, in your case, is saying if nothing's okay 100% all the time, nothing's okay then. So nothing was ever okay. Nothing is okay right now. Nothing will be okay in the future.
Nothing's okay.
Okay then.
There is no okay. Everything's.
You know the origin of okay was Zero killed. I think what war was that? What war was that in?
I don't know.
You're supposed to know everything.
No, I'm not.
My point. So you're comparing Donald Trump to Andrew Jackson?
I'm saying if you want a comparison, then that is.
You know what? You know that is a good point because a lot of people are okay with Trump.
Okay is actually an abbreviation of oral correct. Humorous form of all correct. Popularized as a slogan during Van Buren's re-election campaign of 1840. Nothing to do with zero.
Well, Casey Carr, the guy who I think knows.
Casey Carr is kind of a dope.
He is.
I mean, he's fun.
He knows a lot of things. Like
but he also makes a lot of crap up because he's a comedian.
Oh. Well, that's not very funny.
It's hilarious that you fell for it. You got.
Whatever. But what I'm saying is, it would make sense to compare the two now because they're both.
Makes plenty of sense.
They're both
bigots. Yeah.
They're both xenophobic. All right, and a lot of people. All right. What president was that? What presidency?
Which one? We were talking about three.
Andrew Jackson. Talking about. What? You remember what year?
You just answered your... Okay. No, I don't remember what year.
Google Andrew Jackson for me.
1800s? The early 1800s? 14? Keep talking.
Oh, alright. Well, I'm just saying that it makes sense because both people had a lot of support behind them. So wouldn't you say...
1829 to 1837.
Alright. So wouldn't you say what he said was okay?
No.
People voted for him. Was he...
Yeah.
Okay, now put this into context for me. Was he saying those xenophobic things when he was going to office or afterwards? Because that changes a lot. It does. You could prove your point.
Afterwards, but... There still is an impeachment process, and nobody was calling for it. What I'm saying is, if you want a president that was really stupid...
Oh, I remember now. It was afterwards. It was afterwards.
That's what I just said.
No, I remember this. I remember this lesson now. You're jogging my memory.
Thank you.
And people did have backlash at first because it wasn't so much killing the Native Americans. It was more of taking land that we originally did not have because the Constitution did not give us the right to take land. That was the problem. So
that was one problem.
But
I'm sure people had a problem with the genocide part of that problem.
I suppose. Anyway, that was a good comparison by you. I got, you could write a DBQ or whatever on that.
I did write an entire essay on that.
Oh, good job. You got an A on it?
Know.
Oh, you didn't turn it in, so you got a 0F. Good job.
Fine. I don't want to find out. I still passed the class. So.
What, a 60 AD?
With an 82, probably.
All right. So, what's that website you said again? Politico.org.gov.net.info.
Just look up Politico.
Okay. You answered my question.
I don't need the .gov anymore.
All right.
Crazy.
All right. So this is a new, fantastic game that's out. Game of the year, people are calling it. I don't know if you ever heard of it. I'm pretty sure I'm the one that told you about it. It's Pokemon Uranium.
I guarantee I found out about it before you did.
So what's it about then? What's sets this one apart from other Pokemon ROM hacks? Sell it to me.
It's entirely new.
Just sell it to me.
They created 150 new Pokemon, a whole new region, whole new story, a whole new type of Pokemon.
What is it?
Not uranium type, nuclear type.
Nuclear type?
Yeah. It's like the shadow type of Pokemon XD.
No, so you can't control your Pokemon sometimes?
You can. Most of the time.
So how is it like the shadow thing then? I feel like you
because there are some times where you can't, but you can most of the time.
So it has like sometimes it goes like in a hyper mode and you can't control it.
I guess. I haven't gotten that far in the game yet.
Oh, you're supposed to be my resident game journalist, Sam, with that little cap of yours.
I'm sorry for being, caught up in the emotional turmoil of life.
All right, what this game has to offer besides that? New type? What else?
New world.
That's
new
nice.
Gyms,
new gyms.
New starters.
Yeah,
you've got a grass steel. That's the one and you don't get to pick your starter.
Grass steel. That's a terrible defensive type, but all right.
Not at all. Well, yeah. I mean, it's a good early game because there are a lot of poison types. So.
Yeah.
It's good for that. There's like a grass steel. I think water electric. And then fire. Who cares?
Wait, water, electric, grass, steel, and fire.
Fire. Who cares?
Fire. Who cares? That doesn't sound like a balanced triangle to me. Oh, water, electric. It only has one weakness.
Let's find out. I mean, yeah, it's not the best, but
But I like it. It's unique.
Yeah. It's unique.
So there's new Pokemon obviously in this game. How many are there?
I don't know. 170?
170?
That's a fair guess.
Alright.
But that's just a guess. I have zero idea. No idea.
How long did this game take to develop? Because it looks very nice.
Oh, Fire Ground is the other type.
Fire Ground,
grass, steel, water, electric.
That's not bad. Two of them have quad weaknesses, and water electric only has one weakness. And if it has levitate, it has no weaknesses.
So?
Whatever.
They've also got mega evolutions.
Ooh.
Oh, and your rival gets the one with the weakness to you.
Oh, it's flipping those archetypes on their head.
Yeah. Also, it has gender-neutral pronouns. They call you they instead of he or she.
Oh, because they didn't have...
Because they didn't want to code a whole new dialogue option, probably.
Yeah, it is a lot of work. No, that's not. Because if you type in, like... It's a certain code. Because I've been doing this with the Game Boy games. Maybe it's not the same. But the script is like /HVO1/ and that will be the player's name or whatever pronoun depending on what you were. So it changes whatever. You only have to write one script based on whatever. So maybe it is different then. I don't know.
Who knows?
Because it is a totally different entry from what I'm seeing. It's not your Game Boy emulator. And I think it's Pokemon Essentials from what they're working off, from what the graphics are looking like.
Also, you take a little quiz to get your starter.
Oh, like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon.
Yeah, except it's not random at all, I don't think.
What do you mean?
Like, the questions don't change.
Oh.
And there's also, like, a very clear answer to give for the Pokemon.
Do you feel watery today, fiery or grassy?
That's not it.
Oh. Are you weak to water?
Not at all.
When you drink water,
Nope.
Are you allergic to grass?
That's not a question.
Do you...
No, that's...
Do you burn when you pee? Hey,
That's a personal question.
I mean, no one else has to know.
Ma'am?
No one has to know. Well, I mean, I guess everyone would know because they'll see you playing the game. Oh, you got the... That means you have chlamydia if you got the fire starter.
Not necessarily.
Anyway.
Who hasn't had chlamydia? Let's be honest. Type in the comments if you've had chlamydia. Oh, I haven't.
I haven't.
Okay.
I'm not.
Took you a little...
I had to think about it. Anyway, I feel like if you're really complaining about the empty spaces that we have, I feel like you want a crutch, so somebody is there to talk. So we're taking auditions. Send your audio in at the G.T.O podcast@gmail.com, so you could be the third person on here. Really, you're replacing Sam. So you send your stuff in. You send what you could do. Your voice. You want to see if you got jokes like pull my finger, and we want to hear what you got. Send it in. We'll play it. If you have any other audio you want to contribute, you can also send that in as well. We love fan interaction.
Yeah,
we thrive on it. It makes us want to do this. It makes us want to live. It makes you want to just keep the knife in the drawer, keep the rubber band by bedside, and keep the shotgun under the bed. I tell you what, you keep me going. How about you, Sam?
Yeah, sure. I don't know. Life. It was kind of sad Monday, but I guess that was my fault. Because I showed up to school.
Yeah.
But I didn't give people time to realize I wasn't going there anymore.
Why didn't you tell them?
I did. But like they still didn't. I don't know. I told Henry, and then I started texting Henry about it. I'm like, hey, can you tell a couple friends goodbye for me? And he's like, goodbye for what? And I'm like, I'm not going to Franklin anymore. He's like, this is the first time hearing of this. And I'm like, I literally just got done telling you like 20 minutes ago. I came in, I had a thing, I had the visitor's badge, and I'm like, I don't go to school here anymore. And we started walking. We're talking for like 5 minutes, and then like I leave. I'm like, okay, I gotta go back because I have sleep to do. And he's like, okay, see ya. And he doesn't question why I'm leaving, so I figure, okay, he understands. But I guess he didn't. Maybe that was my fault. I didn't make it clear enough.
So did anyone text you back? Did anyone text you back saying?
A couple people. I said good luck and goodbye, and a couple people just said good luck. They didn't like read the goodbye part or didn't care. And if they don't care, I should probably delete their number from my contacts. I don't know. That's how I'm going to show up in a couple weeks. I don't know. Spirit Day, maybe.
So how's life been out of school?
Pretty good.
Oh, well, you just here all alone all day?
No, my brother's been home.
He doesn't have college?
He goes back. He's moving back out to his apartment Monday.
You started the college application process? You started
No.
You need to start that. I already started writing my essay. I did.
I need to make sure I like have a senior year to go to college with.
Where you can get your transcript from?
That's the question.
Well, I hope you start sooner than later because it's very important to do early action.
No, it's not.
How so?
Because if you don't plan on if you plan on waiting to get all your options,
yeah,
early action's not going to help because you need to give them an answer.
Before when?
And before a certain time. And if you're not ready by that certain time, there's no point in trying to force anything.
If you do early action for all of them, wouldn't you just you'll be able to provide your answer for all of them before everyone else? The whole point of that.
What if you can't do early action for all of them? Because you need a certain test or a certain thing, and you miss the early application deadline, the early action deadline.
Alright, well, I just don't have that problem then, because all schools I have just don't really care about that.
Good luck to you for that, I guess.
Alright, well, hope you have a lot of fun this year.
Fun is not the word.
On my end, I think senior year is not going to be very fun. Everyone's telling me it's so exciting. I think they're referring to only 3 days out of this whole year. It's called homecoming, prom, and graduation. Anything besides this is not very fun.
That reminds me, I need to get a person to register me for homecoming and prom.
How do I do that?
Doesn't have to be you. I don't know, you just go to the office when they're saying if you're bringing someone from outside of school, go down to the office.
Yeah, I'm bringing my boyfriend Sam.
You don't need to say that, but if I can't get somebody else, I think Jacob's my last option.
Oh. I only see Jacob once. I have no classes with the guy.
That's too bad. He's a cool guy.
Well, the other couple podcasts ago, he talking about he's a bigot. He's Andrew Jackson.
He kind of is sometimes, but aren't we all?
No. I'm okay with all.
I flip with people. Sometimes, I'm praising a guy. Sometimes I'm like, this guy is the biggest idiot. Just a terrible person. He needs to leave.
I feel like you've been flipping on me today.
Yeah, well.
I ain't even doing nothing. I'm just curious. I'm just trying to learn.
Just what
you're here just lashing out on me.
I'm not lashing out.
Anyway, the game of the week is why'd you roll your eyes?
I didn't roll my eyes.
It looked like you're rolling your eyes. I feel like
you're crazy.
There's a lot of tension here.
You're crazy.
I am pretty crazy, but anyway, Super Mario 64. I'm pretty sure I did this before. I didn't check. I didn't check.
Yeah.
All right.
You did.
I didn't.
You did.
I didn't check.
You did do Super Mario 64 as the game of the week.
But I didn't check. You're right. It's a great game, isn't that right, Sam?
Yeah, it's a game that exists. I've played it before.
You beat it?
There is a profile on my cartridge that has beaten it, so I will say yes.
So you didn't?
I don't know.
Well, I'll test you.
It's been a while.
What's the final level look like?
It looks like, it's got some polygons, some shapes, there's some pixels. You got a little Italian plumber running around.
No. What's the last platforming puzzle before you fight Bowser?
It's when we jump from a platform to another platform.
That's incorrect. It's when the wind's blowing at you. You have to run against the wind.
I don't believe you. That's not platforming.
That is platforming. You have to.
If you're just running against wind, then
you have to like run behind things so you can make progress. So it's platforming. It's just platforming.
It's running.
You're running on a platform.
It's running.
I feel like you're being pedantic.
You've been pedantic plenty of times, so I don't care. And it's exactly this kind of pedantry that I'm all about, that nerds are all about.
Whatever. I think we could call this a wrap, right?
No, I don't think we can.
Why?
Because it hasn't been fun.
What do you mean it hasn't been fun? What are you going to talk about?
We haven't really done much, man. Where's the trivia? Why no trivia this week?
Oh yeah, about that. There is none, because I'm busy. I'm a busy boy. And it's been my turn to make the trivia.
You don't do things during study hall?
I do. I did all my homework.
So you had time at home?
Right now I got straight A's. I
got straight zeros.
Ooh.
Because you start out with 0 for this. So,
Well, anyway, I want to change trivia up a little bit. Instead of 10 questions, I'm gonna do 5. Because obviously we only get like 2 right on a good day. So there's no point in making 10 questions if we're gonna get 8 of them wrong. So we're gonna do 5 now.
I think 3 on a good day.
And this gives me time to look at all the older videos and get them all tallied up. Get our score tallied up.
We need an official scorekeeper in the comments.
No, we don't. I don't need them. Stop trying to depend on people.
We need other people. This isn't gonna last.
No, you don't need other people. What are you talking about?
Unsustainable.
What do you mean unsustainable?
It's not. They're
Tell me how. Tell me how.
All right. So have you seen other podcasts?
Yes.
Like what?
A lot of podcasts.
Like what? I'm not asking if you've seen them again. I'm asking what you've seen.
I've seen the all types of sports podcasts, like Dan Le Batard's show. That's a radio show. I got the Dude Soup podcast from Funhouse. I got TWFS. That's a wrestling podcast / comedy. There's like people that have 4 people on. I got people that have 3, 2, and that people that do one man shows by themselves.
What's more entertaining?
Huh?
What's more entertaining?
It doesn't. It depends on the personalities, really. If I want the Dude Soup one with 4 people, it's more informative. I don't laugh as much, even though that's what they're going for. The sports one, I don't laugh as much. They have 2 people. The one with 1 person, I laugh a lot with 2 people. I'll tell you that. And the blank spaces, you could just cut those out.
That's choppy editing. If you want to do the editing, you do it yourself. But I'm not good at that.
I'll do it.
It's gonna sound crappy.
Well, don't do it then. I mean, you can't.
With all the blank spaces we have, I'd be cutting out like a few seconds here, a few seconds there, a few seconds there, and it'd sound really patched together. That's not what anyone wants.
You don't even. A lot of podcasts, you don't even notice that they put stuff together. You wouldn't notice. I feel like
because a lot of podcasts I listen to don't.
Don't what?
They don't chop stuff together. They don't edit.
All right.
They start off doing it live and then they just leave it up on YouTube.
I don't think this is a problem, and if it is a problem, you can't do anything about right now. And adding a third person wouldn't help.
What I'm saying.
What person do you know that actually knows what they're doing and it can actually?
What I'm saying is people, fans, our subscribers, the people that are giving us their millionth of a cent every week, have told us that we need more energy. That there needs to be. So there are some blank spaces. We should fill those in. There are problems, like chemistry problems.
Why are you on your phone? You're looking at your phone right now. What are you doing?
Because I am pulling up exactly what he said.
Who is he?
Dante.
Oh, this guy's the master critic all of a sudden?
No, he does like podcasts. He's not a connoisseur, but he's a fan.
Alright.
He's a nice guy.
Okay.
I understand his criticisms. There are those awkward pauses and stuff, but the potential is amazing. I can't wait to see how it develops.
Oh, it's so nice. Thank you. You say you have some potential.
I think it's something that'll develop as you go. The chemistry between you and Mark is lacking a bit. The pauses between speech are understandable for thinking of a response, but there's some lack of emotion in the responses. Lack of emotion, energy, things that we need.
Do I not have energy?
Not really. No, we're both kind of just try to be less distant and loosen up.
I don't know. I'm pretty loose. I mean, I don't know. Gonna keep reading those?
No, that's it. We just need to loosen up.
Just need to loosen
chemistry.
up. I mean, I stretch every day. Do some yoga. I put my leg behind my head every now and again. I think I'm pretty loose.
See, I think what a lot of it comes from is when we start talking about things and one of us doesn't care. A lot of the times it's just because I don't care about a lot of things, but I'm able to put forth an effort. And there are times when you don't care about something and you just dismiss it entirely.
Yeah, because I think that's funny.
It's not funny. It's
funny.
It's just boring when you're like, no, turn it off. No, we're not talking about that. No, let's move on.
Well,
is that funny?
You gotta fight that then. You gotta make it funny then. You can't just let me get away with it.
Alright, fine. We both have problems.
I mean, sure. You could just, you gotta play off of it. I don't see the problem here.
Yeah, that's part of the problem is that we don't have the energy to play off each other.
I'm playing off of you.
As much.
What do you mean as much?
I'm not playing off of you. You're not always playing off of me.
Do you want me to what is energy? Do I have to yell at you?
No.
Do I have to
pep up a little?
What do you mean pep up?
Take some drugs. Shoot up some heroin before you do this. That'll be fun.
The heroin doesn't do anything anymore, Sam.
Okay, that's not good. You should definitely get that checked out.
You know how like diabetic patients, they put the pen in their
insulin?
Yeah, the insulin in their fat, and then like the fat kind of coils up there after a while. Like the same been happening with like the syringe and the old ball sack there. It's kind of like swelling up a little bit. Well, I can show you later if you want.
No, I don't want.
I mean, it's right here. I could put like, you know, like the thickness of a forearm.
No.
I can't wrap my two fingers around it.
I don't.
And you know, like when
disgusting.
I'm just saying, there's secretions that aren't any color. You wouldn't see this on a color wheel. Anyway, so you have anything in closing thoughts? Anything else you want to say? Because I think you've been ripping me a new one.
We've got some more audience criticism if you'd like to hear that.
Oh, go ahead, roast me.
This isn't so much criticism as a question. Would you guys like to see us have some animated parts to our podcast, or animated shorts?
Go ahead.
To go along with what you just said, you didn't want to hire an animator.
I mean, I'm not. What do you mean hiring?
Work with us.
I mean, go ahead. You can do it. I will look at it. You look at it, and we'll see if it's good.
All right. Well, clearly we'd need another person for that. I don't want to just have them animate our stuff and then go crawl back into the.
Why can't they do that?
It's not really fair to them to just be like, animate our stuff.
What do you mean?
Don't get
what do you mean for
other
if they don't want to? They didn't propose that. They said they want to be in a podcast. They proposed to animate. They proposed they want to be on a podcast.
If they just propose to animate, then yeah, that's fine. But I'm not going to be like,
what is this person saying? What is this person saying?
That we just need. Nobody in particular is saying anything. People have said we should have something more to look at, because a lot of the times it's just like there's gameplay that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. So
what?
Sometimes it's distracting.
What podcast do you listen to and you just watch the video? Most podcasts don't even have videos. What?
Side scrollers.
All right.
RT podcast.
I don't watch the only podcast. Pokemon podcast. It's audio that you could listen to. It's something you could listen to. That's the main thing. And if we got
and they do have. We can do that with just audio, but there are people that like to watch them.
All right. That's a fair criticism, Sam. What else? What else you got? What else you got? I'm waiting.
Talk about more individual anecdotes that relate to some of your topics.
Oh, individual anecdotes. Oh, alright, I got one for you. So we're talking about the people not wanting to eat meat. And I heard if you don't eat enough meat, you'll lose your menstruation. So that's not good. You need meat. You need that protein to keep all the eggs going. Because, eggs are made out of protein.
Yeah.
There you go. That's an anecdote. Cause
that's not really.
My sister, she watched a video, and you're like, oh guys.
That's an anecdote.
Oh guys, I lost my menstruation. It's so good to be a vegan. I don't have my period anymore. Well, now you can't have kids, idiot. What else?
Sure, whatever.
What?
No. I've already told you everything that has been brought up to my attention, to our attention. On our videos.
Let me go back. Let me just go back and say a couple more anecdotes. Then right. I like rock music. I like rap music. I like orchestral music.
These aren't anecdotes.
Okay.
It's just introducing.
Can you let me cook, please? As a cool kid say, just let me cook. All right. I listened to Jay-Z the other day. I listened to some Nirvana the other day. You know what that is?
Yeah.
All right. We're relating right now.
Yeah.
This is the chemistry that people are talking about.
Okay.
I listened to what's something that people like? Swag. What is that?
Nah, we got 2 more likes on our Facebook page.
Ooh. Does that mean something?
Just means more people are getting introduced to our content.
That's nice.
We might get more subs.
More. I like subs. Oh, one time, speaking of subs, I went to a Subway and I got a meatball sandwich. Whoa, great anecdote, guy. Then I left and I pooed it out 4 hours later.
Sarcastic about it. You don't need to try and force it.
Another anecdote. Talking about forcing it. Man, I was trying to, I was playing football one time, and I'm pushing a little dummy around, and I push it on the ground because I'm so strong. Talk about forcing it, man.
Don't you yourself
what a great
talk
anecdote.
About how we need to let things come organically?
Speaking of organic, I remember people always use organic wrong. People in class, why don't you eat organic food, for example? But all food is organic because it's all made out of carbon.
Is this not going to work?
What do you mean this is not going to work? That's an anecdote right there.
It's not going to work.
What do you mean this? What is this? You putting your pinky in your hanging 10 now? You're a surfer? Speaking of anecdote, one time I went swimming.
Is this podcast not going to work anymore?
Oh, one time, speaking of anecdote, I was listening to a podcast and they was talking about they was actually talking about anecdotes, and the anecdote was one time the guy went to McDonald's and he ordered a McGangbang and he ate it. Well, what a great anecdote. You got an anecdote?
It's not working anymore.
Speaking of work, I had a job 2 summers ago, and I was working in a film. I made a movie actually. It was like a little short film, but then the guy, he didn't send the movie to me, so I don't have that to prove. I don't have that on my resume, and I actually got paid $500 that summer, and I wasted it all. My mom took out of it, of course, for like transportation, understandable, and the
not
other.
At all.
Yeah, it's not, but she's my mother.
$250 for, I mean, you know.
No, it was,
taking it for transportation is not understandable, but giving birth to you, that's understandable.
Yeah, it does hurt.
And
then the other $200, I spent it because I was playing football that year, and I spent it on football, but ended up being a waste of money because after the first week I quit the team.
Good job.
So, yeah, that's an anecdote. What about you, Sam?
No, you're doing good.
Doing good? Oh, speaking of doing good, well, one day I was playing Call of Duty, and I went 61-9, and I got like 2 AC-130s. Speaking of doing good, man. So, you doing great over there? How you doing?
Sure. Football starts up soon.
Oh, speaking of football, man. Football anecdotes. You remember that game when it was the Atlanta Falcons versus the Eagles, and Michael Vick went to run for a touchdown and Brian Dawkins tackled him? Man, what an anecdote, man. This podcast is crazy, man. What about you, Sam?
Mark, if you're not going to take this seriously...
Seriously? Man, I got another anecdote. I remember 2 years ago, I was acting so serious one day. I was so serious about getting this essay done for world history. It was worth like 15% of my grade. It was a big one. And I didn't have any internet at the time because we didn't have any money to pay for internet. So we had to go to McDonald's and use their Wi-Fi. I had to bring my computer there and do my essay. And we were at McDonald's for 2 hours and I still didn't finish it. And the next day I had to finish my essay in PE. Still didn't finish it. Next period had world history class. And I thought it was going to be due that class. But he said it's due at the end of the day. And lucky me, I had a study hall.
Yeah, lucky you.
And I finished it, man. And I finished it. And you know what I got on it?
80.
75C.
Good for you. Really, just congratulations.
Speaking of congratulations, I got an anecdote. 8th grade, I graduated in 8th grade from 8th grade. Figure that one out, man. And somebody told me congratulations, and I went, man, one day I'm gonna say this on a podcast, and it's gonna be a great anecdote.
Lucky you. In 8th grade, I was graduating from 7th grade.
Man, that was a great anecdote, Sam. Speaking of lucky, one day I saw, is the 4-leaf clover the lucky one?
3-leaf.
Oh, well, never mind, and it wasn't so lucky, man. What an anecdote, but I still saw a 4-leaf clover. Are you about to Google that? I really don't know. Well, why do they say the Irish are lucky people? Like, why is that a thing that people...
The
luck of the Irish, what is that?
4-leaf clovers are lucky.
Oh, so I saw it and I picked it up and I put it in my ear. I didn't have any luck. But can you Google why they say luck of the Irish? I always wondered about that because they don't come off as lucky people like the potato family comes to mind.
It's an old mining expression.
And why would they be lucky? They gonna hit a rock and then the thing collapses on them. There's nothing good that happens in the mine.
A number of the most famous and successful miners were of the Irish and Irish-American birth in the second half of the 19th century.
The 19th century? That's 1800s.
The gold rush, yes.
Oh, because the Irish immigrants. So they're not talking about people in Ireland. They're talking about Irish people in California.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of an anecdote, you know they named the 49ers after the 1849 gold rush?
Everybody knows that.
Man, I found that out like 2 years ago. I'm like, wow, what a great name.
Okay, well. Oh, we have a new team for Pokemon Showdown.
Oh, Pokemon Showdown. Let me give you a little anecdote, Sam. I don't know if you know about this. We're gonna start doing anecdote now. So one day, like I think it was a couple years ago, I had a game that went on for like 90 something turns, and we started using Struggle, and I won. Man, I tell you, Blissy.
Yeah, you've proved your point.
Prove what point? Oh, got an anecdote for you. One time in class, I brought up a great point.
What class?
I think it was
Oh, see, I don't believe you.
It was a biology class. Yeah. Because we was talking about the correlation between what's that? Transgenic organisms.
Yeah.
And autism or whatever it was.
Okay.
It was something like that. And that transgenic genes, they really don't have any. From what I found in my extensive research of the topic, that there's no drawbacks in terms of that. So I mean, that's all I have to offer, man. All I got is anecdotes.
Yep, you proved your point. We can
what?
We can just do what we've been doing previously.
Oh, we should tell the people that listen to this about my anecdote about me and you. We went to the monument around the corner and we got some Pokemon one day. You know, it was a bunch of Rattatas and Pidgeys.
I got a couple EVs.
I got one EV. It was 162. I ain't bragging or nothing. I mean, it's nothing to brag about. There's nothing to brag about, but okay. Anyways. Anything to say? Or?
No, you've pretty much said it all.
I said it all?
Done your job. It's all good.
It's all good?
Yeah, you've sufficiently anecdoted.
Sufficiently?
Sufficiently.
Sufficiently, that's synonymous with the word satisfactory. And I got an anecdote for you. One time in 6th grade, it was my worst day, my worst year academically, in elementary school.
Okay, well, good for you.
And I got a satisfactory on like 3 eye leap tests. Man, and like I tell you what, I was disappointed.
That is too bad.
Man, yeah, it was too bad. All my friends are part of the 500 Club. You know what the 500 Club is? It's not a religious thing. It's like when you get a perfect on the eye leap test.
That is so
and you got a shirt and it said, I'm part of the 500 Club. So,
that's dumb.
And a lot of stupid people that don't go to a good school got the 500 Club t-shirt, but I never did. Anyways. What video games you been playing, Sam?
I've played a lot of Oblivion.
Oblivion. Well, that's part of the Elder Scrolls series, so...
No, the other one. Yeah, no, the Elder Scrolls Oblivion.
Alright. Well, I got a little anecdote about the Elder Scrolls.
I'm sure you do. Have an anecdote for everything.
Are you trying to say something here? I'm just trying to contribute, and you're here like saying...
I'm saying you've contributed. You've proved your point. We shouldn't try and let other people force us into doing certain things.
No. I'm just being natural. It's a podcast discussion. We're just being natural. It's my natural voice.
It's voice crack. Still going through puberty?
That's not a voice crack. I'm just raising my inflection up to being endearing to you. I'm just letting you in, Sam.
Okay.
This is my girl. That's my girl voice. Anyway, I got an anecdote. One time I fought a dragon in Skyrim. I was the first person to do it. In 2015.
Clearly.
You got a text? You want to open that text up?
Nope.
What does it say? From your girlfriend?
It's not up to me. No.
Oh, so you got a girlfriend?
Nope.
I got an anecdote about a girlfriend. Well, she wasn't my girlfriend, but I asked her out to homecoming. And at first she said no. I know at first she didn't say, she said, I'll tell you later. And I asked her in first period class, it was PE. And I went up and then at lunchtime, she sat at the second floor stairwell, and I walked up to her and said, well, what's your answer? And she's like, no. And like, well, okay. And I walked away.
Who was this?
It's a girl named Simone. She long felled out. But, something that made, wait, what? What's that funny? I'm
just trying to think of, like, of all the Simones I know. Can't think of one that went to Franklin.
Well,
freshman year?
Yes.
Oh.
You remember?
She had the like red hair, purple hair.
I remember she colored her hair. She was friends with Lassa.
She had a lot of colored hair though.
I think. Oh, so.
I know Simone. She's cool. She's with my friend Charles now.
Charles sound like a loser to me.
Charles is actually the bomb.
The bomb? Oh, why don't you make a podcast with Charles then?
Mark, I get it. You've proved your point. I shouldn't be so...
You know, I got an anecdote about a guy named Charles. Charles, he was a cornerback for the football team, and you know, he looked like he was pretty tough. He was like a pretty tough guy, but I wonder if he got a scholarship. He probably didn't, but he always carried himself like he was a professional football player, and I respected him for that. He taught me how to do dumbbell rows. So thank you, Charles. He wasn't your Charles, by the way. My Charles is a lot cooler. He got interceptions.
I don't believe you, but okay.
He used to always brag about all the women he used to mingle with. He's pretty cool.
Okay. I don't doubt that.
Alright, well, anything to add? You got anything to add?
Nope, just looking forward to the new Pokemon Showdown team.
Pokemon Showdown team? So, you want to list any names off? What can people expect?
Got a Talonflame.
Ooh, a Talonflame.
Magnezone.
Magnezone?
Magnezone.
That's unique. Is Magnezone even OU? Oh, maybe.
Pretty sure.
Well, to the next one.
Keldeo Resolute.
That's a pretty good Pokemon.
Caesar. With Caesar, right?
Sizer, yeah.
Sizer. Caesar. Does not matter. Hippowdon. Landorus Therian.
Oh, Hippowdon. I remember one time I saw Hippowdon. That's an anecdote, by the way. Yeah, I was playing Diamond and Pro. Or maybe it was Platinum. I'm not sure, Sam. But it was Hippowdon, and it was like, the regular ones are like, well, you think they're regular. Most of them that you see are like black and brownish. Sure. Like a tannish. And I saw one that was like black and like a dark blue. I thought it was a shiny one. No, but it was actually a female. The females are actually other colors.
Hippowdon.
So you can look that up.
Yeah, I've seen it. Hippowdon.
Man, but that, I mean, that's not. That's just a little anecdote. Anyways, what's the other Pokemon on there?
Landorus Therian.
Does it have What does it have? Earth Plate. And that's a pretty good Pokemon. It's immune to Earthquake.
Cool.
Anything else you want to bring up? Anything that the people got something to look forward to this week?
Yeah. If you go to the school that Mark goes to, I might be going back soon. Maybe. Who knows?
Benjamin Franklin High School.
Visiting.
Please don't shoot it up. Whatever you do, don't. Because I'm still there. Maybe next year. I'm not promoting it, by the way. Who's that guy?
Kendall Marshall.
Kendall Marshall. He got signed to the Philadelphia 76ers.
Been there for a while.
Really? Probably. Oh, I guess he... I thought he played for...
Who knows?
Well, I'm still playing NBA 2K14. He's on the Lakers still.
Yeah.
And it's a good...
Who knows?
Well... I mean, now we know he's on the 76ers. But I have a little anecdote for you. Did you know the 76ers were named after the Declaration of Independence was signed in 1776?
Yeah. Not surprising at all.
I mean, it's just an anecdote. I don't know if you knew, because I found it out a little bit.
I knew, yeah.
I don't know if they knew, though.
Good for them.
Alright, well.
You learn something new every day. Or you don't.
No, I didn't yesterday. Well, I actually did learn something. I learned about I don't remember, but I definitely learned about something. And that's my anecdote, Sam.
Okay, are you done with your anecdotes?
What do you mean?
Are you done?
What do you mean done?
Are you done? Are you not going to be bringing up I have an anecdote for this anymore for the rest of this episode? Is that fine? Are you done?
I mean, are you done? I mean, I'm here to, I mean, I'm just trying to bring the energy, man. I'm just playing off you.
Okay.
I'm just trying to bring up anecdotes and do my thing.
All right.
So what you looking at?
Harambe is a Pokemon.
That's a pretty cool looking Pokemon.
Yeah, it's already a Pokemon called Simian.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
I actually want that. Oh man, I can't wait for this game. You know how cool that's really cool. I got an anecdote about fighting monkeys, by the way. I used a Primeape in Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, and he was pretty good. That's my anecdote,
cool.
Sam.
Yeah, that sounds like a good anecdote.
So, you got any more topics you want to bring up? Because we could wrap this thing up anytime you want to. You call the shots now. You can call a shot. You can end this right now. Just bring this podcast out back and put one in his head, and you can call it done.
Don't gotta make it sound so negative.
So what?
I got nothing.
Nothing?
It's been a slow week. I haven't done much.
Oh, speaking of nothing. One time I went to the corner store.
I'm sure you did. Just the one time, though? You've never been any other time? Just this once? The only time you've ever gone?
Just this twice. The other time I went was the time I came back from getting the video games. I found the video games on the ground. Anyway, that's my other anecdote, by the way. That's the anecdote
from... The one you've told?
Yeah, the one that I told.
3 times.
No, I told it twice. Told it twice.
Making this 3 times.
No, I didn't tell it again this time. I'm making a reference to it. You know what people like? They like references because they like to feel like they saw a movie and then you refer to it and they're like, oh, we're all one here. We all live on the same planet.
Yeah.
But anyway, my anecdote is one time I tried to buy something from the corner store. I think it was gum or something. And I put my card in and it said insufficient funds. And my mom said that she took the money out of my account, so I had no money in my account. And that's just that's just my anecdote, man. That's just my anecdote.
Yeah, it's too bad.
It's too bad. So, this is a funny joke. Warriors bandwagoners be like, Andre Iguodala played with the 76ers and his teammates for Allen Iverson and Ashton. That's not funny.
It's NBA memes. Of course it's not funny.
So, Ashton Kutcher looks like Kyle Korver. Okay.
Not really.
Kyle Korver is a very handsome man.
Okay, that's a compliment.
Well, I wasn't trying to trash him or anything. I just noticed that he could be like a very high profile male model if he wanted to.
Okay, you can.
And it looks like he has very white teeth. When he has like his mouth guard is like a solid white, so it looks like he has like solid white teeth. And I'm like, man, this guy could be something one day.
He could be ill.
He for his a training he sprints up like skyscrapers. Like instead of like taking the elevator, he sprints up the stairs all the way up and all the way back down.
A lot of people do that. It's not that surprising.
I mean, wow. But like,
it's cool that he does it, but it's not surprising that a top level athlete does that.
Well, shit on my anecdote. That doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter.
Do you need to calm down? Do you need to take some pills?
No. I don't need to calm down. This is my energy.
Do you need to leave?
No, this is my energy, Sam. Don't you feel it emanating? Don't you feel the chemistry?
I feel like you're just making fun.
Making fun? No, I'm not making fun. I'm just having some fun. Me and my buddy Sam just hanging out at his house, looking at NBA memes, having fun, telling anecdotes, just shooting the breeze with my best friend.
Oh, I'm your best friend?
Well,
It's kind of sad because we don't hang out much.
I mean, you're not my best friend. I'm just trying to endear myself. I'm pretty sure Dantes is my best friend. Yeah, Dantes is my best friend.
They don't know Dantes.
Hey, Dantes, don't worry, you are my best friend. I don't know who the Sam guy is.
Does Dantes listen to the podcast?
He listened to a couple of them.
He's Miss Layup?
Yeah, he's Miss Layup.
Of course he is. How did I not see that coming?
Anyway, I don't know who the Sam guy is. I don't know who the Sam guy is.
Only the guy that you started this podcast with me.
I keep walking into his house and he has a mic, and I just keep doing his podcasting.
I don't want to feel like I don't want to like kick you out or anything, but if it gets to the point where we need to split off, we might need to split off. I don't want it to get to that point, but if you're going to keep this up, I don't know what we can do. So
when we split up, do I get half of everything?
No. I get half of
Which one of us is paying support here?
What?
Never mind. You could wrap it up. It's all you could wrap it up now. You could do the outro. I did the intro. You could wrap it up now.
Go check out our G.T.O gameplay series. This is
how long? You gonna finish uploading Pokemon Showdown this week?
They're all scheduled.
Oh, that's a good job. That's a good job.
They've already been uploaded, but they will become public on the 15th at 4 a.m., the 17th at 4 a.m., and the 19th at 4 a.m.
Why 4 a.m., not p.m.?
Because my brother likes to watch them on his run.
Okay. Well, click to the window so we can end this.
Okay, thanks. Y'all got...
Wait. No. I got an anecdote.